How's everyone doing? How are you today? Oh, I just got chills. They're multiplying. Look at this. I have a fucking rash or something on my face. I shot a video for my Sirena channel. First day or so, it went well, but no one's watched any of my videos. I've been having trouble with my medias, with my social medias. I've got a few things to talk about. Welcome, my name's Sirena, and we are Neo, the New Earth Oasis Builders. I guess we can call it Neob. 111 when I said that, I'm just teasing. Dude, I made chili it. So I have one. I have 1, 2, 4 different videos. In this this quote thing. I don't know if it's a quote or what it is, but I guess I'll put it in this. I guess I'll put it in the video. I don't know. I might just type it out for all to see. For all to see. Here we go again. Here I go again on my own. I just want to go to this real quick because how's everyone feeling today? Are you feeling fucking fabulous? You should. Can you feel, I just heard that we're being called, Pluto being, I saw, I think it's for Cancer. He's got a video coming out today. And I want to say the title is something about being called to the front lines or something. I don't know. Something like that. And that just hit me like a 1-ton heavy thing, you know? Because, yeah, it's giving me all of that. Get in your positions or something. Maybe that's what it says. I don't know. But what I'm getting is, I shot in a video yesterday, either for you guys or the other one, and and it was about, hold on, I put you up a little higher so I don't have to look down all the time. I have you on my stand and not on my other thing. It's really a bummer. I wish I could switch those out. 404. Anyway, not found. Access denied. No, I think it's 404 is like not found. Someone's probably looking you up and you're not found. They can't find you anywhere. 420. I guess I can move over. It just doesn't work that way for me too much. Today's little quote thing, I put it in my community tab, is, the only thing that can limit you is believing that you are limited. Become limitless. So, oh yeah, being called, right? What am I looking at? I have a big, huge whiteboard. I mean, huge. Oh, I got to tell you guys a story about that. We'll get into that in a minute, maybe. I'm being shown like a military or something, you know, like troops. In that other, one of the other videos I shot, it was something about, we all have a place, a gift, a talent that we, when we're building our new Earth oasis, will be, like everyone has a thing that they do, right? Their specialty, you know. I'm getting like iron worker, you know, I'm like, somebody's like making swords. I don't know. They're giving me that whole fucking like Vikings, Game of Thrones, swords and magic stuff, you know. But we all have our certain place, our certain part, you know, that really brings us all together and makes us whole. So not one, you know, it makes sense that if we're going to have so many humans, why would we not all have our own gifts and talents to help so we don't have to carry the whole load, in a sense? Does that make sense? So, in that same instance, we are coming into our roles. Our role has a role, right? Our human role right now, right? The role that we're playing in this world we live in this earth plane. I said earth plane, and they were showing me in the movie Avatar. Don't they have like floating pieces of like trees or land or something? Yeah, they were giving me that. I'm getting all kinds of things, so bear with me, please. 7:33. I gotta put my little this on. I'm coldies. Brr. My back's not hurting today, not like it has been. Oh, because usually it takes me a while to... From those fucking shingles, bro. I'm telling you, I still have those damn things in the middle of my spine, on my back, on the side here. Ugh. But anyhow, and they just showed me, you know, when they all gather around Awa or whatever, and they're like chanting, and they're like all holding each other, and everything's lighting up. I just love that. The coming together, the oneness, the being a tribe, right? Everybody has their part. Some are fighters and soldiers, right? We're not ones to really battle, though. But I'm not sure on that. I guess what's coming through is, yeah, this goes back to the Living Testament video. Jesus never fought, though. See, so this is the part where 9:14, when I was born again. It could also be poison ivy. I never had that before in my life. But it's very possible to get it off the dogs. Evidently. Fuck. Like I don't have enough skin issues. I have psoriasis. It's on my knees. It's on my knee backs. So, I know, get on with it. So, like being called up. And I heard frontline. So, I wonder if that's what it is in that Pluto being video. Being called to the front lines or something like that. called into position or something. When you know, you know. I mean, but it's given me that whole... Now I'm just trying to think it to death and wait for information to come through, but our focus is not on war and warriors and fighting and battles. Because the war begins in your own mind. It's in your own human. And beginning to open up, right? Come home to yourself. And then break past, get rid of the human layers, right? The brushing these humans off me like, I don't know, dude. And basically it boils down to God knows your heart. So we'll get past all that. But being called out to fill our positions, maybe that's it. Called to fill our positions. See, he hasn't even done that video yet, and I already feel like for the ones becoming the living testament. I was just getting, there's power in our words when we speak. When Jesus drove all those demons out, was it 7 or 13 or however many of them? He just spoke to him up with authority. Thank you. 11:56. Which brings me to today's topic, intention. The knowing. And if we're to be builders, way showers, the sowers, the herbalists, the healers, the whatever, the wood, house builders, the garden builder, all that, whatever our part is, and we each are just as equal and the same as another, because 1, 2, 3, 4, because it takes a village to raise a child, right? It takes a village to keep it all going. We're all equally, there's no one better than another, and when you're becoming the living testament, that's not even a thing. So we're talking to the ones that aren't becoming the walking living testament of carrying on the family tradition. And you'll know them by not what they say, by what they are. By what they are. And it's getting past the human, the outside cover. Because do you think if you're being judged on your character, on your character, do you think they're gonna, because they want to know a man's true heart, is what just came through. You think they're gonna walk around with lots of money, just being super nice and, because in your heads, you have a certain way of how they're supposed to be. But what fun is that game? If the ones of old are here to walk amongst humans, to teach them, but also to judge, in a sense, I'm getting. Something about judging. Judge. Maybe we'll come back to that. To judge or whatever. God, that sounds so scary and horrible. Nobody wants to be judged. If that's even a thing, You talk about it a lot, but I guess what's coming through is like everybody has a role. So it'd be interesting to find out that the ones of old, I mean, the souls that are just magnanimous. Magnanimous? No, that's not even a word. Okay, I need some more of my freaking, I'm going to call it coffee tea, but it's not coffee, it's tea, and it's very good. It's cold now. Because I've been outside, started my car for a minute. Not very long, just started it. I know. Anyway, they might appear as a leper, 1555, like St. Francis of Assisi, or, you know, a homeless man or woman, or, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. There's a reason that's there. So always be kind and always be nice because, you know, whatever. I just think the whole point of all of it and the whole point for Jesus coming and helping, you know, either hear it or you don't. You either know it or you don't. You either do the work or, excuse me, confirmation birth. And a yawn. Interesting. Woo! You either know it or you don't. I guess I'm not supposed to speak too much on it at the moment. Because I'm getting all tongue-tied and shit, you know. Things aren't coming out. I know, I get like that sometimes anyway, but it's just how it is. Everything's meant for a reason. I just don't know the reason yet. I just leave it to God. It's called casting. It's like casting your cares to God. Here you go, God. Thanks. Let me just be your, you know, yeah. God's puppet. Intention. The knowing that when you speak or just have clear intention with authority, it is so. Reiki, for instance. Okay, Reiki, for instance. It's intention. Setting your intentions. If you want to build something, set your intentions on that. It's an inner knowing. It's the authority, the power that we carry in the tongue, right? In our mouths. In our inner knowing. Everything's intention. So whether you realize it or not, when you're really angry at someone and you're just like, God, I fucking hate them, I wish it, you know, that's kind of an intention, isn't it? Without your knowing. But see, ignorance, oh yeah, ignorance is bliss. But is it? Because you're still holding on to something in your ego and you're human. Eckhart Tolle says the ego's the pain body, and you're perfect, nailed it. Dr. Wayne Dyer says ego's edging God out, nailed it, perfect. Sirena calls ego human, nailed it. Whatever. You can put a name to whatever you want. Does it make it so? So it's intention. The reason why they speak about be careful what you listen to, what you watch and stuff, because it does. My ears are. I'm getting. Everyone's ringing, buzzing, or whatever. It's not even a ring. It's a high pitch. And we all have our frequency, and we're all spoke to from a frequency. that only you're attuned to. Really. So I was, give me a moment. So, just know that your inner knowing, and if you're beginning to be that walking, living testament, you'll know this, because this is going to be super important. Actually, the most important thing, the only thing that'll get you to the next thing is going to be this. Oh my gosh, this itch is so bad. Notification, person seen. So, you just know. Be careful what you listen to and stuff. If you find yourself listening, whether you believe in it or not, your subconscious hears it, and just know that's where we live from. That's where we live from. Unless we're living in our, unless you have it nailed down so perfect that I heard consciousness itself, that you are just, you're always in your moment. You know? I can't answer this. My son's calling me, but I can't. No, I just can't right now because I'm talking about something. So, it's that intention and that knowing. It's super, I just, hang on, I'm going to have to pause it. All right. I'm going to have to stop this, and we're just going to have to do another one. We're going to have to do a part 2. We're going to have to make this is part 1. What are we going to call it? The knowing. Oh yeah, about what you're listening to. Even if you don't realize it or not. Okay, say you like to listen to card readers, or you like to just listen to podcasts or listen to whatever. And they talk a lot about how someone's sending you black magic, and the powers that be, and the cabal, and the Illuminati, and the Luciferians. I finally said it. I could never say that word before. It's so interesting. And because you have to call them by name. The Luciferians and stuff like that, or whatever. The Illuminatis, whatever the fuck you want to call them, okay? The darkness, the dark. The oppressors, how's that? The greedy ones who made this stupid Kabbalistic, what? Anyway. This monopoly game we call what we're living in. Fake money. 2, 3, 4, 5 steps again. That you're protected. But if you give it attention, you believe it, they're showing me like you get a slit, like a crack, like a little tiny opening in your shell of protection by your belief, because of our free will and our choice. Ooh. Okay. So you got to know that you know that you know that you know that God, creator of all things, knows all things. Beginning to end. How's that? And all in between. So, the ones that rule the fake earth, right? The fake reality. They got away with it for a long time. It's okay. There's shifts to things, and there's, all aboard. You're either going to get you're either going to get on the new earth train, or you're going to fucking stay back. Whatever that means. I don't know. just free your soul. But the whole point of this is intention and in knowingness. But see, once you realize that God, that you're playing a role, and they're always showing me Job in the Bible. Do whatever you want to him. Take away his everything. Just don't take his life. It's like a battle of risk over your soul, right? God against the devil. Let's see who wins. It's like a power trip. Does that even sound biblical? I mean, does that even sound godlike? We're not going to get into that. But it doesn't to me. I mean, I don't see Jesus doing that. They either want to or they don't. Teach about love. You see, this is where that knowing comes in. But we do live in this 3D world, and there are things, and we do have programmed beliefs, and we do have programmed things we're getting past. That's why we are becoming the living testament, the walking living testament of the one who came before us, but the one that we, Yeshua, Jesus, we know him as. The being, Jesus. Freeing yourself is freeing your own heart, which, remember, when you're born, you are as pure as the driven snow. You're taught all these other ways of being in this world. But at the heart of you, in your soul, the energy, that when that energy leaves your body, you're done. No life will come back. Unless another spirit pops in. Maybe those are the walk-ins. The people that come back, maybe. Oh, shit. Huh. So any of you that had near-death experiences, do you even know who you really are? I'm just kidding. That's a little psychic humor. No, I'm joking. If you've ever seen Witchboard, you know where I got that from. We'll get into the angles later. But it's like, oh yeah, you give Job everything. That's why Job praises and wealth and crops or whatever, right? So nothing's going to get by the creator of all things. So know that. With that being said, everything that occurs is known by the Father, by God, the Creator. Yes, horrific things happen here. But what a loving God, if you think about it. Because those of you who have children, you can't do anything. They have to make their choice. You can give them guidance. You can talk to them, give them guidance, but you can't make them do that, and you cannot interfere. Because they have free choice. Ta-da! We're the children from the Creator, right? A Creator. A woman and a man, they get together, they brown chicken, brown cow, right? All right, some of you are like, I want more like Barry White kind of thing, whatever. Whatever. I'm just... Stop trying to get me sidetracked. So like it's not easy to, or it's not hard to do. I'm like, whatever, no. Petting my blanket. Rubbing on it, it's so softies. The one I crocheted. I didn't crochet it, I finger knitted. I forgot. talk too much about stupid shit. Maybe it's to weed the ones out that are meant to hear it, because the true, you know who you are if you stay to the end of all my videos, I guess, is what I was supposed to say. Okay, thanks. That means I must really suck at this. That's why I don't have that many subscribers, probably. Oh well, that's how I'm supposed to do it. There's a reason for everything. It's not popularity, that's for sure. Not everyone's gonna like you. Just let them be, I'm hearing. So just know, be careful and pay attention to what you do listen to, because at the end of the day, it's all frequency. Actually, no, I'm not even going to say that, because they just showed me myself and how I am in my walking in everyday life now. And whatever's meant for me is going to be in my life. Whatever's meant for me is going to be in my life. One, by my own choices, I choose to be sober. Off of them heavy drugs. It's a choice. Now, I can walk out that door and go get high. No, thank you. Just no, thank you. I don't think about it. That's not in my intention anymore. Before, I struggled. I can't go near anyone who gets on. I can't do it. And what a belief that was within myself. Man, and it was true. And I made sure it was true every time. I'd be good for a while, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. Then be like, oh man, all right, yeah, let me. Not even an option now. I'll get there with everything else, but hey, you don't know what. Just hush. You can't say shit when you don't know what I'm living. That's for someone to really. You already know. There's a reason why I say it, everything, and whoever needed that got it, because I felt that. So God knows everything, and you have survived. I'm gonna sneeze. Woo, bless me. Thank you. Somebody said bless you. Probably 3 people. And that could be at any time in space. Obviously, it's not right now, because I'm shooting the video. But so God knows everything, and you've done so much. Look at what you've overcame. Maybe no one even knows that 3333 yet, except the people that are closest to you. But they never let you know how, not how awesome you are, but what a fucking miracle. Because it makes them uncomfortable, because why don't they have that favor? That grace from God. Why do you have it? What makes you so special? Nothing. What makes me special is I'm getting it. Or maybe it's just what my soul is from the jump street, from the get-go. Think this is the first human I've ever been in? No! I was a dude last fucking incarnation. Yeah, I know. That carries on, my wayward son, into this one. Oh, I must have been a horrible little man. Maybe not. But man, I've gone through it in this one. It's like living, for 1,000+ years. For 1,000 years. Coming here. That doesn't seem very long, does it? know. Could be. It's probably longer. One moment, please. Hang on. I'm not going to... All right. We'll go through all that when I'm done with this. It's not information I'm to share, so can we pause that and come back to it? 35, 33. Between the ages of 33 and 35, if you find yourself 33 now, there's going to be significant changes that are going to occur in the next 2 years. Depending on what side of the, I'm hearing, spectrum you're on, and it's whatever. Now, those of you, or you find yourself 35, I heard this year, you're looking back over the past 2 years going, wow, I've changed so much. So much has changed. I'm not the same boy I used to be, so I'm really getting male energy coming through. Or for you older folks, something occurred between 33 and 35 that's significant. I heard coming back around now. Ooh, that's interesting. Something you, a seed you planted, a seed you sown, something you sown, something. Anyway, or that's for that. That 2 years is significant. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but I know some of you from 2022 was really a whole thing for you. A whole thing. The knowing it's a whole thing. That's what I should put. Did you see that? I had the string stuck in my mouth. I'm going to go on this one so I can write down and gather things up and add to maybe, or do something. I have quite a bit of going on here. It's the knowing. So no worries, mate. No worries. Because you've lived through so much already. You thought the initiation was going to be easy street. It's going to be like all rainbows. What about if you've been living the initiation for years? There's like the boot camp. God, the initiation could be just the beginning. To get into the club, the family tradition club. Then the real boot camp begins. Do you think? But you're so ready for it because you've been training your whole life for this. So you've been preparing. It could go whatever way you want to look at it. But the initiation that we will be talking about, I believe, has to do with welcome to the elite, the elect club, welcome to the family tradition. Let's do this. Because only the leaders of the family are what? They're the leaders, the way showers, the builders. Intention. Whatever you believe, listen to me, is your fucking reality. Find yourself walking around happy now? Unbothered? Like you're getting information come in, you're dreaming these little dreams, or these little visions that come in, right? And then you're just like, oh wow. Like I took a picture of I saw a truck, a box truck. I just turned over. I was on the phone with my daughter. I was on my way to Price Chopper, and I took a picture of the phone number and like how much. I thought it said $1,000, but it's like 10,500, I think. And I took a picture. Then I took a picture of it. I didn't go, oh, there's no way I can have. I just went, man, that'd be perfect. Something like that, maybe. A short bus, whatever. Whatever's going to be perfect. I know there's no such thing as perfect. You guys should not be on my channel. Because this is too advanced for you, I guess. That's how I was supposed to say it. I'm like, great, here we go. You don't care what happens to my human? I'm like, you can take it. Look what you've already been through. Whatever, fine, thanks. I'm out on that one. For 4111, I'm out. Namaste. Peace. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.